Are you dreaming of working in the beautiful and diverse landscape of Canada? If so, getting an open work permit might be your ticket to making this dream a reality. While there is no guaranteed way to secure a Canadian work permit, certain steps can significantly increase your chances. So in this video, I will review the important steps, strategies, and practical tips that will help increase your chances of qualifying for a Canadian open work permit. Without delay, let's get started. Now, the first step is to be aware of individual country specific qualification chances. That is, the likelihood of obtaining a Canadian open work permit varies based on your country of citizenship. Some nationalities have between 10 to 15% chances, while some countries have higher and lower compared to them. Countries with higher acceptance rates often have established immigration pathways and larger volumes of successful applicants. That's right. Now, let me show you how your citizenship impacts your chances of obtaining a Canadian work permit. Citizens from countries like India, China, and the Philippines often have higher acceptance rates due to their robust immigration programs, highly qualified and experienced workers. Plus, they have a large volume of applicants, which eventually increases their chances of securing a Canadian open work permit. So, what happens if you're not Indian? Well, if you're not from India, pay attention to this acceptance chance percentage. If you're Chinese, you have about 30 to 40% chance. The Philippines has 25 to 35%, while Afghanistan has 20 to 30%. Pakistan has 15 to 25%. Iran has 10 to 20%. Permit is issued. However, knowing your country's qualification percentage is not the only requirement to obtaining a Canadian work permit. That takes us to the second way to increase your qualification for this Canadian work permit. The next step is understanding and meeting the eligibility requirements for a Canadian open work permit. This step is very crucial. Several existing programs provide pathways to help you meet up with these criteria. Now, what are the general eligibility requirements? 1. You must possess a valid passport. This is important because you need to ensure that your passport is valid for the duration of your intended stay in Canada. Also, proof of relationship. This document applies to those applying through spousal or common law sponsorship. If you're one of them, you need to provide valid proof of relationship, such as a marriage certificate or proof of common law status. Another thing is your educational qualifications. For programs like the Post-Graduation Work Permit, PGWP, proof of graduation from a designated learning institution in Canada is required. Another requirement that is very important is proof of funds. Demonstrating that you have sufficient funds to support yourself during your stay in Canada is a good way to increase your eligibility status of obtaining a Canadian work permit. Then we have the medical report. In some cases, a medical exam may be required to prove you are in good health to work in Canada. Meeting these eligibility criteria can significantly increase your chances by 40 to 80%. Each cleared criterion adds to your credibility and suitability for the work permit. Another strategy to increase your chances of obtaining a Canadian work permit is to improve your profile. Improving your profile will help you qualify and have up to 20 to 50% chance of obtaining a Canadian work permit. How do you do this? First, you need to fill your application profile with in-demand occupations. That is, having in-demand skills and experience in sectors with labor shortages can significantly enhance your application. To be sure you're filling in the right occupation, you can check the National Occupational Classification list to find the most sought after job opportunities. Check this video description for the link. Listen. Improving your profile by having a job on the shortage occupation list. Attaining a high score in your English language proficiency exam and having a good educational qualification can increase your chances of obtaining a Canadian work permit by 20 to 50%. Meanwhile, the simplest but often ignored way to increase your Canadian work permit chance is to follow up. Yes, after submitting your application, ensure you monitor the status of your application form and promptly respond to any request for additional information and documentation from IRCC. Prompt follow-up can increase your chances by 5 to 10%. Combining these conventional and out-of-the-box strategies tailored to your situation can significantly enhance your chances of qualifying for a Canadian open work permit. Stay informed and creative in your application approach, and you have a smooth ride on your way to working and living in Canada.